UFC Baku. This is the official betting video. How we doing, everybody? I am Young Pasty, and I'm here today to give you all of my best bets for UFC Baku. My parlays, everyone's favorite section. I got a ton of parlays for you guys this week. Leans. So specifically, we talk money lines, over and under on rounds, and method of victory props, and then lastly, my stayaways. Now, as we always do, guys, have to recap last week. UFC Atlanta, pulling the results up here right now. And a little red there, unfortunately. Minus 2.8175 units. Now, on the bright side of things, bet number 3, the 3-pick parlay of the week, has been hitting. This is the 4th week in a row. So I'll say, the 3-pick parlay of the week has been doing pretty good. Even though last week there was a partial void. The Blaydes fight gets called a no contest. So honestly, I thought he should have got a DQ win, but that's just me. Bet number 2 hit. The vets, Rose and Ricky Simone, come through for us. Now, Buckley screwed us twice. Had a good look on the Barcelos fight, though. But unfortunately, Buckley couldn't get it done for bet number 6. Cody Durden screws us for bet number 5. Or bet number 4, sorry. Man, he got obliterated right in the first seconds of the second round. That pissed me off. I was like, come on, just 2.5 more minutes. Nope. And then bet number 5, something we were just testing out. That's why I was only a quarter of a unit, but Edmund KO under 2.5 and most strikes landed. The most strikes landed hit. The Edmund KO did not hit. He had multiple opportunities to, he just didn't smell blood in the water. Like, he had Petrosky hurt at times. He could have got the KO, but just didn't. So overall, we take a little bit of a loss, 2.8175 units, but we're going to get it back this week, okay, for UFC Baku. Now, let's get into it, guys. The official bets for UFC Baku, okay? We sort these in confidence, so bet number 1 is always my most confident play of the week, and it goes on down from there. So, bet number 1. We have Ignacio Bahamondes. Plus 105. We are putting 2 units on it. Now, he's currently sitting at minus 125. I put this bet in last Friday. Okay, so Patreon's free. Links in the description. That's where I put all my bets out when I place them. So, yeah, I had Ignacio Bahamondes as an underdog last week. I anticipate him going up to like a minus 150 come fight time, honestly. So, now why do I like Ignacio Bahamondes? He's going up against Rafael Fiziev, and now I know he's been going up against some pretty good competition lately. He just hasn't looked the best, and I just don't trust him after that knee injury. Like, he was just really looked almost like gun shy in the last fight, right? And Gaethje was putting it on him, right? And Ignacio Bahamondes has really good volume and is going to pick him apart at range. Like, if Fiziev does come in, I think he's just going to get landed with punches. So I think he's going to get really gun shy and try and come in with these lunging shots and then move back. So I don't know. I just see Ignacio getting more volume, more points, more work done. Like, these guys are both tough, so I see it going the distance. But Ignacio Bahamondes, my most confident play of the week, plus 105. We are putting 2 units on it. Let's go. Bet number 2. Little 2-pick parlay. Okay, we got Oban Elliot and Tagir Ulanbekov. Minus 186. We are putting 2 units on it. This is currently sitting at minus 213. So, honestly, minus 213. That's a really heavy to, lay down. That's a lot of chalk there, but might be, 2 pieces of parlay. Might have to throw something else on there, but minus 186, I can see it, that's why I did it straight up. So that's really just kind of like my borderline of a straight up, those are the worst odds I really kind of want to do. But anyway, for a total play. But why do I like it? Oban Elliot, he's going to get the job done versus Ko. Like, he's going to get the KO. Oban Elliott's been showing off, dude. His striking is pretty nice. His movement's really nice. He can mix in the wrestling if he chooses to. He's really durable. He can take a hit too, and Ko's probably going to deliver some, but I think once he gets into the pocket with Oban, it's over. Like, and then, once he starts landing these, heavy shots, mixes in body shots too, like, Oban's fucking nice, man. So I see him getting the job done. Then Tagir Ulanbekov going up against Maxim. Ulanbekov has Khabib in the corner, okay? And he's ranked, and he's just kind of taking out all these prospects here and there, like just respecting my Dagestani wrestling Russian here, okay? So he's going to get the job done against Maxim. Maxim was having tough time against Charles Johnson, right, who was taking him down. And if you're having a tough time with Charles Johnson, you know what I mean, in the wrestling department, imagine the troubles you're going to have with Tagir. Now, if this stays on the feet, Tagir may have some issues, but yeah, Oban Elliot plus Tagir Ulanbekov minus 186. We are putting 2 units on it. Let's go. Bet number 2. Bet number 3. Now, if you guys are new around here, if you haven't, click that subscribe button. We're on the road to 300 subscribers. But the 3-pick parlay of the week, we find 3 legs, put them all together to find a good number. So, bet number 3, the 3-pick parlay of the week. What do we got? We got Muhhamad, Naimov, Melissa Mullins, and Oban Elliot. Plus 138, we are putting 1 unit on it. This is currently sitting at plus 119, so still a plus money play here. I think all 3 of these guys and the gal are going to get it done. So Naimov, he's an OV. He is an OV. Bogdan Grad is a tough guy. He's just kind of like a wild man coming in. Defense is pretty bad. And Naimov is probably just going to wrestle fuck him, to be honest with you. So Melissa Mullins has already beat Zelenziakova once. So she's going to do it again. How do these things usually go, right? Especially if they're not like title fights or anything like that, or ranked fights. Like Melissa Mullins is good. She's shown improvements from her last fight versus Daria. So what do you think is going to happen now? So Melissa Mullins. And then Oban Elliot. Again, he's going to put on against Ko. I anticipate him getting a KO probably second, third round. So put all 3 of these guys together and the gal. Plus 138. 1 unit. That's the 3-pick parlay of the week. Bet number 3. Moving on to bet number 4. We got the 2-vet parlay, okay? Park and Blaydes. Plus 102, we are putting 1.5 units on it. Now, this one's currently sitting at plus 113, so better odds than what I originally put it in at. There is some love coming in on Kuniev, which I'm kind of a little suspect about, but we'll talk about that. Now, Park is going up against Naradiv, and let me just say, this is Naradiv's second stint in the UFC, okay? He didn't make it the first time. When he left and got cut from the UFC, he went 3-3 outside of the UFC, and it's not like he's going up against elite competition. He had okay competition, but kind of beat some scrubs and lost to a scrub here or there. So then you come back and go to a decision win over Bruno Silva, and we saw what happened with Bruno Silva. He must be dead in a ditch somewhere. Come on now. It's just nothing that is impressing me. Park's been here, done that, right? The wrestling is great. The Iron Turtle's going to come through. Curtis Blaydes now, again, going up against Kuniev. Kuniev is a roid popper, right? First fight in the UFC, going up against a high-ranked guy over there in the Middle East. There's just some iffies to it now that some love's coming in on Kuniev, but I don't see it. Curtis Blaydes is a freaking vet in this division, dude. Okay, his losses are only coming against the elite of the elite in the heavyweight division. So I think he's going to show a veteran lesson. Probably gonna some easy takedowns and get some ground and pound in and get a knockout. So Park and Blaydes plus 102, 1.5 units. Let's go. Bet number 5. Fight to end within the distance in the Saigula versus Alexieva fight. Minus 105. We are putting 1 unit on it. It's currently sitting at minus 115. This Saigula girl is just a pretty face. Okay, have we seen Alexieva's face? She looks like a freaking aggressive looking woman. You know what I mean? I'm not impressed at all with Saigula. Alexieva's gonna have her way with her. It's just a matter of, is she going to get the KO or is she going to get the submission? I anticipate her getting this fight to the ground or just beating her up on the feet. Like, oh my gosh, like Saigula is just not that good. In my opinion, she's just not that good. Okay. Now, is Alexieva very good? No. I'll be completely honest with you, no. But she has the aggression, and I think she's just going to, Saigula is going to overcome, Saigula is going to succumb to the aggression and the pressure of Alexieva. So it's just a matter of when she's going to get this finish and how she's going to get this finish. But it'll happen. Saigula will give up, tap, whatever it may be. So 1 unit minus 105, fight to end within the distance. Hey, maybe Saigula pulls off some crazy stuff, right? If that happens, then we can still cash this too. It doesn't matter who really freaking gets the finish here, but just fight ends within the distance. Either of them can get a finish, but I don't see Saigula doing that at all. So, all right, moving on. Bet number 6. We have Tofiq Musayev. Plus 143. We are putting 0.75 units on it. It's currently still at plus 143. Going up against Orolbai, I think that, he has the hometown advantage. Okay, I think the striking is much better than Orolbai, and Orolbai is super hittable. Okay, it's just a matter of how this wrestling and grappling threat is going to play out from Orolbai. And I think that at least for, maybe a round or round and a half, Musayev's going to be able to avoid these takedowns. I'm sure he'll get taken down at some point, but I think the damage that he does on the feet is going to be more than what Orolbai does. I think he just needs to avoid the submissions on the ground. Hopefully he's been working on that because he got subbed up pretty easy back in the day. So, yeah, he's 35 years old, so another kind of little red flag, but the odds really haven't been moving on this. Like, it's kind of been sitting at plus 143. Like, I was kind of waiting for it to hit plus 150 and never hit that on my book. So I'll take the plus 143. Plus money on a hometown underdog, I'll take it. So 0.75 units, let's go. Now, bet number 7. And this is my last best bet of the week, and obviously it's my least confident, and you'll see why. I can't believe I'm doing it. Jamahal, plus 130. We are putting half a unit on it. It's currently sitting at plus 100. This line's about to flip, guys. Jamahal is about to be the favorite in this fight. Wow. I was surprised. I thought that a lot of people would be, and maybe, people would be seeing Khalil Rountree right now at a minus 125, minus 120 and be throwing big money on him, you know what I mean, at a good number. But dude, Jamahal has a chance here, man. I think he's going to be able, he has the better distance management. He has really good kicks. I think he can avoid the shots that Khalil Rountree does, because Khalil Rountree kind of low volume, has big shots, but showed more volume in his last fight with Pereira, but not known to be able, throwing out tons of volume, you know what I mean? Jamahal still hits pretty hard, and he was the former champion. So, and Khalil Rountree struggles with these technical kind of fighters. Like, he arguably lost that fight to Justin Jacoby. Let's be honest, you know what I mean? So, I think Jamahal, and even though I don't like him, has a pretty solid chance of winning this fight. So, plus 130, I'll take it. I mean, he's currently sitting at plus 100. That's still a good number too. I mean, it's gonna be a good playable number, even if it gets to minus 125, minus 130. But honestly, this fight will probably be ended up being a pick'em unless something crazy happens at the weigh-in. So I'll take Jamahal plus 130, half a unit. Let's go. Those are all the best bets of the week. So now, tail if you choose, fade if you choose. I'm not telling you to bet any of these. It's your own money. So, next, everyone's favorite section, the parlay section. Now, last week, nothing to really brag about. None of these parlays, unfortunately hit. There's one parlay that kind of hit, but it was the 2-legger, and then the Bellotto leg got KO'd. So I just basically won a Ochoa money line. But anyway, this week for UFC Baku, got 8 parlays for you guys. So let's start it off. We sort the parlays from small odds to big odds. So let's start it off with the first parlay for UFC Baku. We got the OV parlay, plus 108. Tagir Ulanbekov, Muhammad Naimov, Nazim Sadykhov. All the last names end in OV. I had to do it here, guys. Okay? They're in the Middle East. Their name ends in OV. They're probably going to get their hand raised or the finish is going to go their way. So, plus 108 for the OV parlay. Next, this is my confident call parlay. Okay? We have Oban by KO or decision. We have the fight to not go the distance in the Alex Siva versus Saigula fight, and then the over 2.5 in the Park versus Nardi fight. Plus 333. Okay? I like all three of the legs. Comes out to a cool little plus 333. Okay, so the number's speaking to me. Confident call all three of them. So, let's go. Moving on to the next one. Call this the main card madness parlay. Okay, just straight up money lines. We got Tofiq Musayev, we got Ignacio Bahamondes, and we got Jamahal Hill. Plus 764, okay? Keep me a little, on the edge of my seat, Keep my butt a little puckered for the main card here, okay? So, plus 764. Next, we're getting a little juicy here, okay? We've eclipsed 10-1, so call this the first and the last parlay. So we got Hamdi by decision, and we got Jamahal Hill by decision. Plus 1,110. Okay? First fight and the last fight. Okay? Hopefully Hamdi gets it done straight off the bat, and then we can wait all night for the Jamahal Hill fight. Or wait all day. Because it's, by the way, guys, card starts at 12 p.m. Eastern, by the way. So, next, my greasy decision parlay. We got Hamdi by decision, Park by decision, and Naimov by decision, plus 1,473. Yeah, it's going to be a greasy decision parlay. Any decision parlay is going to be greasy because you need 9 rounds. Full rounds. And your fighter to come through. So, it is a little bit of a long shot. You know what I mean? Next. This is my alt cycle parlay, okay? The cycle parlay will be the next parlay. This is the alt cycle to it. We got Park by decision. We got Orolbai by sub. And Curtis Blaydes by KO. Plus 2,833. 28-1. Let's go. I see all three of these. Have a good chance of hitting. So, next. This is my official cycle parlay of the week. Again, cycle parlays, decision, submission, KO. So, my cycle parlay of the week, we got Ignacio by decision. We got Tagir Ulanbekov by submission. And we got Oban Elliot by KO. Plus 3,860. Let's go. We got some juicy odds on the cycle parlay of the week. Let's go. And then we go crazy with it, okay? This is my wild call cycle parlay. We got Musayev by decision. We have Melissa Mullins by submission. And Muhammad Naimov by KO. Plus 9,250. Almost 100-1. Okay, 93-1 there. Let's go. Okay? 8 parlays for you guys. Let's smack some. And let's come back next week and brag about it, okay? Again, I like all of these legs individually. So if you see a leg that you like, or a couple legs that you like, just put those together or put a straight bet in. Because a lot of times, these legs, 1, 2 of the legs hit. So, again, straight bets, 2-leg parlays. See a leg that you like, fade me if you choose. Do what you wish. So, we're moving on to our leans section. We're going to talk money lines, over and under on rounds, and method victory props. So, first, let's start with the money lines. First one is Alex Siva, minus 275. Yeah, I know it's chalk, but man, as I said, in the best bet number 5, was she number 5? Yeah, number 5. She's just so much more aggressive and much more of a fighter than Saigula. Saigula is just like a pretty face. She used to be a model. What? I just don't know what she's doing in the UFC. She's just not good, dude. Not good at all. Melissa Mullins beat the crap out of her. Pretty easy. Same thing with Alex Siva, but Alex Siva is more of a fighter. she's much more aggressive. She's going to put the pressure on to Saygula. Saygula's going to succumb to the pressure. Minus 275. It's a pretty good leg for a parlay. Next, Nikolas Motta plus 350. Yo, I mean, love on Sadykhov. Like, I mean, yeah, is he probably going to win? Yeah. Is he in my OV parlay? Yeah. But he did not hit any of the best bets at all. You know why? Because he's just been a tad lucky in all of his fights in the UFC. Right? Like, things have just swayed his way when, he's just come out on top when he arguably probably shouldn't have. You know what I mean? So, is he a good fighter, an okay fighter? Yeah. Like, he's tough, he's good, he's got decent striking, but, Nikolas Motta, man, got some heavy hands, has pulled off a couple of upset KOs here in the past. People sleep on him, He's called, nickname's Iron. He's got iron in his little freaking fingers, punches people. He's got some heavy hands, dude, so. Yeah, Nikolas Motta, maybe he finds a shot. Maybe he puts on a decision performance because he's won some decisions too, you know what I mean? So we'll see. But plus 350, and maybe the number goes up from there. Just something to look at, something to sprinkle on. So, next, over/under on rounds. First, the over 2.5 for the Hamdi versus Usman fight, minus 240. Yeah, you think heavyweights. Usually, you think the fight's gonna go under, but no. These guys are just known to go to decision, especially Hamdi. And Hamdi's been known to put on some close fights, and lucky that he's not fighting over in Las Vegas here, because things might be another way. So, Usman's pretty durable, pretty tough. Same thing with Hamdi. So minus 240. The fight's probably going to go the distance. Next, over 2.5 in the Nardi versus Park fight, minus 188. Nardi went decision with freaking Bruno Silva. Is he not going to do the same with Park? You know what I mean? So that's kind of my thinking about it. And Park's been in the UFC for a while. Like Nardi, I don't think Nardi's going to knock him out or anything like that. So. Minus 188 for that. Pretty solid look there. Could put a large single bet in or a parlay piece. Next, the over 2.5 rounds in the Hill versus Rountree fight, plus 100. I think, honestly, Jamahal Hill's going to get it done by decision. But now that the rounds are sitting at the over 2.5 at plus 100, like, I don't know. And even, Jamahal Hill went almost 2.5 with Jiri, I believe. I don't know the exact time, but I know entered the third round, so it's like, what, Rountree's not going to, this fight's not going to go the same? I don't know. I think this fight goes all 5 rounds, so. Whoa. Lastly, the under 2.5 in the Alexieva versus Saygula fight, plus 125. My official bet is to not go the distance. If you want some plus money on it, or, a little bit better odds, plus 125 for the under 2.5. Now, I took the fight to not go the distance because I want that extra half of the round because maybe Saygula just gives up and Alexieva takes over in that last 2.5 minutes. You never know. You know what I mean? So, but if you want a little bit more plus money, she could just get the job done first, second round pretty early for you. So, plus 125. Next, my method of victory props. Again, these are all lean, so bets and plays I'm considering. I don't have official money on any of these. Just like them. So, first, Curtis Blaydes by KO, plus 130. I just don't see Kuniev, taking Curtis out. And how's Curtis going to get this done? He's going to wrestle. He's going to get the takedown. He's going to get this guy to the ground. He's going to work his ground and pound. Get him in a position where he can't defend himself. And boom, fight's over. So, I don't know. The Jailton Almeida fight really impresses me, honestly. So, you lose Tom Aspinall after that, but that's freaking Tom Aspinall. Who's not going to lose to him? Tom Aspinall will freaking run through Kuniev. So, next, Bahamondes decision, plus 187. Now, if you want a little bit plus money, I think Bahamondes gets it done by decision. I think he gets his hand raised. Fiziev's a tough dude. Went 3 rounds with Justin Gaethje, so is he not going to go 3 rounds with Bahamondes? Now, yeah, you're like, oh, that's MMA math, but like, just look at it. It's a logical thought, and it was just 3 months ago. So, unless Bahamondes really finds a really good shot, I don't see Fiziev going down there. So, plus 187, Bahamondes decision. Next, Naimov KO, plus 240. Now, this fight, honestly, it's either going to go decision or KO. Because Bogdan Grad's a pretty tough guy, right? But he hasn't seen the wrestling threat of Naimov. So, I believe Naimov's just going to take him down and beat him up. because Grad's probably going to be moving around a lot, kind of like a worm down there trying to get out, and he's probably just going to beat him up, and hold position. Because, the submission's live too, dude. Honestly, Naimov is a pretty solid play this week. So, but the KO's live plus 240 because Bogdan Grad could just walk in like stupid like he does with the hands down low, and his super hittable face, and Naimov could just find the shot. So, Oban KO plus 300 now. Odds going up a little bit. I like him to get the KO versus Ko. I do. I don't think Ko is like the best fighter in the world. Like, he's okay, right? Pulls off an upset in Dana White Contender Series, but you're going up against a killer in Oban, right? And he's gonna ride this momentum. He's been looking good. Striking's there. The hands are low on Ko, so I see Oban finding a shot. Next, Orolbai sub plus 375. Yes, I picked Musayev to win. Yes, I bet on Musayev to win. But I think Orolbai has a live chance to sub if Musayev hasn't worked on his ground game like that. You can't tell. You haven't seen it. We haven't been, he hasn't been tested like that in quite a while. We're not seeing recent, film on it or anything like that. So it's like, that's live. It is live because Orolbai has some submissions in the past and is very wrestling based and heavy. So. And then next, I got Musayev decision plus 450. Dude, Orolbai in the last fight was getting beat up and shredded to pieces. Like, this dude is super hittable, and you're going up against a flashy, this dude pops a punch, Musayev does. Going up against a flashy, striker. So it's like, I don't know, man. Plus 450, a good look, because Musayev could take this to decision. Orolbai's tough, as you saw. Like, he got the crap beaten out of him. And was still walking and moving forward. So, yeah, plus 450 Musayev decision. Could win the first 2 rounds, lose the 3rd round, something like that. So, and he's got the hometown advantage. He's from, not Baku, but Azerbaijan. I don't know how to say it. So, he's from the area, so he's going to be a hometown favorite. People are going to be cheering for him. You might be a little biased on the judges' scorecard. So, lastly, we have my stayaways. So these are bets and plays I recommend you don't put your money on. Honestly, I just have one. It's the over-under on rounds in the Oban versus Ko fight. Now, I think Oban gets a KO. I just not really particularly sure when. Okay? And why is it only set at 1.5? You know what I mean? Unless they moved it up to 2.5 in some books. Last time I saw it was 1.5. So, but yeah, something I'm staying away from. I think Oban might find the KO in the 2nd or 3rd round. So, first round KOs are always live too. You know what I mean? So, honestly, that's really the only thing I'm avoiding this week is the over/under on the rounds in that particular fight. So, all right, those are the official bets for the week. The parlays, my leans, and my stay away. If you've made it this far, thank you so much. Please click that subscribe button. We are on the road to 300 subscribers, so I would appreciate it if you'd support and help me get to my goal here. Patreon's free, links in the description. Go check that out. That's where I put all my bets when I place them. Get the odds when they're good because you saw it this week. The odds sway in the opposite way, so get them while they're good. Hey, let's have a good week for UFC Baku. YP out.